Welcome to the Photography News Show, where I bring you the best and latest news in the photography industry. Coming up today, we have an all-black Leica camera, software that turns your doodles into photos, and much more, including the winner of the June giveaway. So, let's begin! Hey fellow photographers, it's Alessandro Carpentiero, travel photographer and gear expert from Italy, and I want to welcome you to episode number 7 of the Photography News Show. This is a weekly series that gets published every single Monday. So make sure to subscribe not to miss any episode. With that being said, let's see what's new in the photography industry. Camera news. Leica has announced the black paint edition of the M10R. The camera itself is a regular M10R that was announced 1 year ago, so with a 40 megapixel color sensor, a wider dynamic range, as well as reduced noise than the original M10. So the major differences are the usage of gloss black paint and the classic Leica script logo. The interesting thing about this chrome paint is that it's applied on top of the bare brass top and bottom plates. This means that the camera will age in a beautiful way, revealing the brass underneath the high usage areas. You can see an extreme example of this phenomenon in this Leica MS of photographer Elliot Erwitt. The M10R black paint will come at $9,295, $300 more than the regular M10R. While if you would like to have a Leica without spending all that money, Leica Rumors has developed a wooden Leica M3 replica, which you can get for $89. You won't be able to take pictures with it, but at least you can say that you kinda have a Leica. While the last camera news comes from Panasonic, which has announced a firmware update that introduces 5.9K 12-bit RAW to its Lumix S full-frame cameras, including the S1, which was announced 2 years ago. The firmware will be available on July 12th, and I really appreciate companies that keep updating and improving older products, as it shows that they don't just care about selling new gear, but they also care about making their current customers happy. Lens news. Lensbaby is a Portland-based company that produces special effect lenses for photographers that are constantly looking to expand their creativity. This week, they have announced the Obscura system, which is a throwback to pinhole photography. That includes 2 new lenses, the 50mm and 16mm. These lenses are not actual lenses, and they use the same concept of a pinhole camera, which is a camera with a tiny aperture, the pinhole, which was used already in the 19th century. The 16mm is available for pretty much every mount, and has 3 apertures to choose from, f22, f45 and f90, and each aperture will give you a different effect, while the 50mm is available for Canon EF and Nikon F, and you can choose from f32, f64 and f161. As you can see, the pictures you can take with such lenses are very particular and can be interesting to experiment with every once in a while. You can grab the 16mm for $250 and the 50mm for $280. App news. In the last few years, we've started seeing a lot of use of artificial intelligence and neural networks in the imaging world, and this week's news is quite mind-blowing. NVIDIA has developed a software called Canvas, which is capable of turning super basic doodles into a photo, and it can do so in real time as you paint on the screen. The software is available as a free beta, and you can use it only if you have an RTX graphic card. Seeing this software in action really blew my mind, as you're able to achieve convincing results with just a few mouse strikes. Imagine the improvements this technology will have in the coming years. That's almost scary. Can an image created mostly with artificial intelligence be labeled as a creative art expression? Let me know in the comments below. While if you've always hated posting on Instagram from your phone, I have good news for you. In fact, it looks like you'll finally be able to post on Instagram directly from desktop. There are in fact reports that this feature is being rolled out to selected accounts, and it will most likely arrive in the future to all the accounts. It took them 11 years to realize how important this is, but well, better late than never. Storage news. If there's one thing we photographers can never get enough of, that is storage, and specifically fast storage. This week, Sabrent has unveiled a 16 TB external SSD drive. They actually are two 8 TB M2 SSDs, combined together in an aluminum case, and they can be run in RAID, offering up to 2500 MB per second when configured in RAID 0. The only downside is that it requires an external power source, and well, it's not cheap, coming at $2,900. But if you need all this space and speed, this might be a great option. Pictures of the week. In this segment, I feature the most interesting pictures I've seen on the web. This week we have the winners of the International Portrait Photographer of the Year. I was really impressed by the overall winning shot from Foro Yavari, which is called Solitude. It perfectly communicates the wide range of emotions that one feels when alone and misunderstood. Another image that caught my attention is called Tribal Identity by Yar Lin, which won the first place in the character study category. It's a shot that drives you straight to the center thanks to the great use of composition and black and white. Weird news. The imaging world can be at times weird. Talking about awards, this week we have the Animal Friends Comedy Pet Photo Awards, which is a contest showcasing the funniest pet photography. These are some of the selected images, and this whole thing is actually for a good cause, as the competition partnered with Animals Friends Insurance to donate 10,000 sterling pounds to Animal Support Angels, a charity that helps our fellow animals. Rumors. During the last few weeks, we have received so many rumors and previews about the Canon EOS R3, and finally it will be launched on June 29th. And it will not be alone. In fact, it's rumored that Canon will announce also on the same date a new lens, the 14 to 35mm f4. This is a low-resolution picture that was leaked, and I'm sure that this lens will be a great addition for those Canon landscape photographers that are looking for a versatile lens. That's it for today. I really hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Photography News Show. Which news did you like the most? Just let me know in the comments below. And before I forget, it's time to announce the winner of the giveaway. The winner of the June giveaway of the Photography News Show is Candice Montgomery. Here's a screenshot confirmation to show that the winner was picked automatically by the system I'm using. Congrats on winning all this gear! I'm sure it's gonna be super useful for your photography. And with that being said, if you have liked this video, please give it a big thumb up, subscribe to the channel and share this video with your photography friends. I would really appreciate it. And remember, if you need any help with your photography, I'm always here for you. Just DM me on Instagram at alessandro_carpentiero or email me at support@alessandrocarpentiero.com. So, thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you in the next one!